Well, here we are, June 18th, 2026, and I'm saying goodbye to my Ford Lightning. Uh, Perhaps one of the best trucks, one of the best vehicles, and certainly one of the best trucks I've ever owned. Unfortunately, since January 26th, earlier this year, I've only been able to drive it 5 weeks. And it's been in the shop three different times here at the Ford dealer in Longmont, Colorado, Maroney Ford. And I have to say that the people at the service desk and certainly the mechanic, Chris, has been great to work with. He's really done a lot to find out what the problems were. At first, it was thought to be a 12 volt issue, and that battery got replaced. Then it died again a month later, and it was a PTC issue at that point. And then a week after I got that back from being in the shop for a month, it died again on me on April 1st, and it's been in the shop ever since. Last week, after more than 9 weeks of waiting for a high voltage cable, and I'll post pictures of that. I have some still pictures. The high voltage cable finally arrived after 9 weeks, and that got put in. Chris had to strip it down to the frame. He pulled the body. He pulled the truck bed off. He dropped the battery pack, and I saw it in the shop. He pretty much took up the better of 2.5 bays in there, getting to that little culprit. But there was no guarantee that this was the end all of the problem. And so I'm just going to walk around the truck. It's a beautiful looking truck. It's the metallic blue, and it's the Pro version. The dealer that I bought it from couldn't sell it, and so they got permission from Ford to release it to the public. That's why I have it. But I really like this truck. So anyway, it's set in the shop for waiting 9 weeks for that high voltage cable, and finally came in. And like I say, it's there was no guarantee that that was going to end my problems. There may actually be something further into the truck that came from the factory, and it just took a year and a half to finally filter to the top and start killing the truck. So anyway, I filed a lemon law complaint, and it took Ford. I started the lemon law on April 15th, and today, June 18th, I'm here to sign the paperwork giving it back to Ford in the buyback. And I'll have more to show about that. Overall, Ford, I think, treated me well. It just is time consuming. So folks, if you have a lemon out there and you need to go through the process, be sure and file your paperwork within your 2-year time frame. I think overall, states are somewhat different, but overall the rules are very similar. But you know, your state may vary. So again, this had the Pro package, and I'll just get a quick glance. There's just less than a couple hundred miles less than 18,000 on this truck. I really like the pleather package. It was easy to blow out, as I've said in my other videos, and that was one of the reasons that I've stopped doing videos on the Ford here in the last 2 months, was because I was in the process of the lemon, and I didn't want to say or do anything that could be misconstrued with the public, and throw a monkey wrench into the buyback. But you know, I've towed lots of trailers with this. The camper trailer, there's videos on that I've posted. I've pulled other big trailers, and folks, for a, for a Ford Lightning when it's working, you won't find a better truck this size to pull a trailer less than 10,000 pounds. The biggest I pulled, I think, was about 8,500 payload, and I often had to look in the mirrors to make sure the trailer was still there because it just pulled so easily. It's a very comfortable truck to drive, a very comfortable truck to sit in, and very smooth acceleration, all that. I mean, there's lots of videos out there. But anyway, this is all from the dealership right now. And as I can think of it, I will probably post or add to this video and then get it posted for people who are dealing with lemons. And, you know, it's just an unfortunate thing. But, you know, Ford taking 9 weeks to get a high voltage cable into service, that's unbelievable. So more later. Thanks. In this first photo, you'll see everything behind the cab has been removed. The bed, the high voltage battery, wheels, and so forth, so that we can access everything. It's like a giant octopus underneath that truck. It's just amazing to see all the cables and everything running around. Now, in this next photo, taken from the back, the orange sheathed cable is the high voltage pack, and where the blue arrow is pointing, that's where it's about 1.5 inch crack in that sheathing. And then on the inside is the high voltage cable, which is double sheathed, and there was cracks in there as well. Not really sure how it got there, whether it was pinched or was worn or what have you, but there it is. So you could take an eyedropper full of water and pour it in that crack and shut the truck down, which would then mean you need the ForScan computer to go in and clear the codes and get the truck to start up again. As we look at the last few photos, I'll do a quick recap. In Colorado, the lemon law changed in August of 24, and since I had purchased the truck in May of 24, I was bound by the old rules. Ford would not negotiate with me on the lemon law without a lawyer, and once the lawyer was hired, then they cut off all communication with me directly. But I have to say that everything went fairly smoothly. It was a long process. It took 2 months and 2 days, as I said in the beginning of the video. The first was a negotiation with the Better Business Bureau online, a third-party entity, and once they determined that I had a valid claim, then that was turned over to another third party who represented Ford directly. I think that person was out of Vegas, and she went through and asked for all of my receipts on aftermarket items that I added, and she included that in with the buyback price. So all in all, I was very pleased with the amount of buyback that Ford did with me. And you know, the big chunk of that was a deduction for mileage, but a couple of things that she had added in, like some tax rebates and so forth, more than covered that. So again, all in all, I was very pleased with how that turned out. And like I say, I did a lot of trips with this truck. Drove to Oregon, drove to Salt Lake. I did a lot of trips in the state of Colorado, pulling a 5,000-pound camping trailer, and on some of the, it was just really interesting to see how that truck pulled, and I would often find myself looking in the mirror to make sure that I never dropped the trailer because it pulled so easily up and over 12,000 foot passes over the Continental Divide here in Colorado, and getting in and out of places and so forth. It was a very nice truck overall. I just wished that the problem hadn't happened. Um, I did keep myself signed in to the Ford app after the buyback, and about 2 weeks later, um, several messages came up on my phone warning me that the Pro Power on board was having an error, and there was probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 error messages. The truck by that time had found its way to a dealership in the upper Midwest, and so I took it that they were having problems, and I was glad that I no longer had the truck, because just replacing the cable, my technician and I both thought that even though we replaced the high voltage cable, that there was probably something deeper into the truck that might go wrong as well. And apparently it did at that dealership in the upper Midwest. I've logged in and done a scan of the dealership 2 or 3 times, and I've yet to see that truck on their lot to be sold. So who knows where it is, what it is, and what's happening. But yeah, it's just too bad that it failed, and I wish I could be driving it now.